It's January 2022 and the Gloucester Aero Group have been looking into ways of improving further our splendid aeroplane Oscar Golf. She's a good looking plane on the outside with low hours for her age, and the engine was rebuilt just a few years back, so she moves keenly for a 172. Inside, it's a bit of a different story. The colour scheme is typical of her 1970s pedigree, and the door cards and front seats and belts have seen better days. The main panel is in quite good nick up above, though with some rather well-worn corners and quite a tired appearance in places. The plastic trim down below, especially in the central console, has definitely seen better days, and some parts are even held together with gaffer tape. The carpet is also, shall we say, rather worn. There have been a few adjustments to the radio stack recently, leaving a space to Velcro mount a tablet above the rest of the comms units. Meanwhile, the roof and the back seat are in need of just a little TLC to look at their best. Like I said, she's a handsome plane on the outside, but now it's time to take her away and do something about the internal glamour.
Golf Oscar Golf, taxi holding point Alpha 2, 27 service condition 555, wet, wet, wet.
Taxi Alpha 2, Golf Oscar Golf.
Tower works 4. Works 4, tower just stand by.
After quite a lot of research, looking at possible companies with whom we could trust the work, we've ended up with the slightly tricky logistical nightmare of taking the plane down to Devon in the company of Flymore, the brainchild of Alan Moore, and a company which deals with both the aeronautical engineering side of things and the rest of it: paintwork, panels, upholstery, carpets and everything else that goes to make a plane look at its best. It's less than an hour's flight away from our base at Gloucester, but it's more like 2 hours in the car. We also needed to coordinate 2 members of the group, one to fly and one to drive, if we were going to get a lift home afterwards. Given the vagaries of the English weather, we had a detailed rota covering about 3 weeks, just to ensure that, when the sun did come out, we could get airborne and start the whole process for real. In fact, we were very lucky. After an initial delay of a week owing to delays getting leather in for the seats, almost the first possible day was a glorious winter morning with a whole day of sunshine ahead to make the return journey.
Golf Oscar Golf, traffic on the missed approach, via point Alpha 2, backtrack full length, land from weight runway 27. Land from weight 27 and backtrack full length, Golf Oscar Golf. Golf Mike X-ray, traffic lining up from Alpha 2 as a Cessna.
Visual Golf Mike X-ray.
Echo Kilo, the helicopter in the circuit is at heading northwest, so an early turn is approved.
Copy, Golf Kilo. There we go, Flag X-ray. It's a bit congested on the west apron. Any chance we could just have a crew change on stand 2 or 1? Go Flag X-ray. Stand by.
Yeah, that's fine, stand 2.
Thank you. Go Flag X-ray. Golf Oscar Golf. Helicopter and fixed wing circuit are both active. After noise abatement, left turn to the south, runway 27 clear for takeoff, wind calm.
Clear for takeoff, Golf Oscar Golf.
Golf Tower, Golf Bravo, Uniform Lima Oscar with you joining overhead.
Golf Bravo, Uniform Lima Oscar, Gloucester Tower, traffic departing runway 27 to the south is a Cessna.
Copy traffic, Golf Lima Oscar.
Golf Golf Lima Oscar, report downwind, runway 27 right hand.
Report downwind, 27 right hand, Golf Lima Oscar.
Golf Echo Kilo, report your position. Golf Echo Kilo, it's confirmed you've just turned downwind.
Hey firm, Golf Echo Kilo.
Golf Lima Oscar, further traffic at the Cessna, midpoint downwind in the circuit.
Golf Lima Oscar, copy. Golf Echo Kilo, downwind, touch and go.
Golf Echo Kilo, report ready for right base. Traffic is a Cirrus on approximately 6 mile final, instrument approach.
Report ready for right base, Golf Echo Kilo.
Golf Oscar Golf, contact Gloucester approach 128.555.
128.555, Golf Oscar Golf. Gloucester approach, good morning, Golf Bravo Sierra Oscar Golf, request a basic service.
Golf Bravo Sierra Oscar Golf, Gloucester approach, basic service, of all passing of beam Stroud.
Wilco, Golf Oscar Golf and a basic service.
So we took a turn towards the south and headed towards Bristol. The most direct route from Gloucester to Dunkeswell, our final destination, runs pretty much straight across Bristol Airport, but it's a busy bit of airspace and getting a transit is not always guaranteed. I've done it once before and had a superb view of the airport from about 3,000 feet up, whilst EasyJet landed down below. Geographically, it's close to Cardiff and the two cones of controlled airspace meet over the Severn Estuary. The alternative to a transit would mean crossing the water between Newport in South Wales and Weston-super-Mare at about 1,800 feet to keep out of trouble's way.
Bristol radar, good morning, November 56 Alpha Hotel, request traffic service.
November 56 Alpha Hotel, I'm afraid we don't provide alarms anymore, but you can squawk 5077 on a listening watch. The Bristol QNH is 1039.
QNH 1039 and squawking 5077. Could I request a transit, please, to the north of the airfield? We're just overhead Nimsfield at 5,000 feet.
November 56 Alpha Hotel, what's your requested routing?
We're currently routing direct to MPAS, please, just to the northwest of the field.
Unable to do that. We're on runway 09, I'm afraid, and we've got about 6 inbounds through, and so I can't bring you through that way.
Copy. Can I route just to the south of the airfield and get a routing just above the overhead?
Just remain outside controlled airspace for the moment, please.
Copy, November 56 Alpha.
What is your actual destination that you're going to?
Routing as direct to Newquay as possible, November 6 Alpha.
You probably saw that I was having to deal with things on Sky Demon on my iPad. We've got Sky Echo on the plane, which is great for displaying other aircraft on the moving map, as well as making others aware of our presence in the air. For some reason, my iPad and Sky Echo had just decided that they weren't going to talk to each other mid-flight, and I was trying to find the best route forwards. On the radio you heard that another aircraft was seeking a transit, but not initially having any joy owing to other traffic and controller workload. The combination of these two things made up my mind for me, and I decided that it would be more straightforward to stick to good old visual waypoints, the QNH and a reliable altimeter to take the low passage across the Severn instead. A pity, but there are times when it's a good idea to decide which battles it's worth fighting and when a quiet life is preferable. So we turned west, crossed the river north of the Seven Bridges, and headed for Newport.
So, just going to do a reroute here because they're having problems getting aircraft through the Bristol zone, so I'm going to reroute via Newport. So we're going to cross the river, get across to Newport, and then do low level across the Severn.
20 degrees, 75, please.
So here we are at Newport, and we're now going to turn south
descent to altitude 2
and cross straight across the Severn estuary. It's rather beautiful today.
Whiskey, the Portland Regional QNH shift required is 1035.
1035, Gloucester Whiskey.
Gloucester Whiskey, 8 miles to the southwest of me. Service to me, terminates now. Contiguity please on the squawk, or if you'd like the listening watch, or can suggest Yeovilton 127350.
I think I'll sit on the listening front. Thanks very much.
Gloucester Whiskey, thank you. Service terminates.
Roger, Gloucester Whiskey, thank you.
So we're just getting past the end of the crossing of the Severn estuary, and Western Supermare straight in front of us with its pier, and you can see the lovely long beach there. My next
9002, descend flight level 80.
my next waypoint is Burnham-on-Sea, which is just beyond Western, and then we'll go on from there to Bridgewater before turning across to Dunkeswell.
Having crossed the Severn estuary and cleared the confines of Bristol airspace, we coasted in across Bridgewater with great views of the Somerset levels and headed down towards Dunkeswell, having a very brief chat with Yeovilton Lars on the way down. It's easy to overlook the fact that an airfield like Dunkeswell is at 839 feet above sea level, but the swing from a QNH of 1039 to a QFE of 1008 comes as a timely reminder. We pick up the flight at the end of the downwind leg for runway 35, following in as number 3 to a helicopter and another Cessna in front. It's a beautiful rural setting in the rolling hills of central Devon. So we've touched down safely at Dunkeswell, Echo Golf Tango uniform, and instead of heading straight for the office to pay our landing fee, we're taking the plane across to the other side of the airfield to fly more and to meet up with Alan and take a look at the work in progress there. Then it's time for a cuppa and a sandwich, not to mention paying our landing fee, and a chance to sit out in the glorious winter sunshine before the rather more lengthy drive back up the M5 and home to the West Midlands. Keep your eyes open for the next instalments to see work in progress, and before too long, I hope, the final results of our internal refit.